I just got this in, and I completely, let me see how this cost. I'm going to say about $12 to get more details or the up-to-date price, because Amazon prices change all the time. Yeah, it was about $12.98 or something, or $95. To get the detailed prices, just click on the link below and you'll see it come up. So this is a switcher. It's not a switch, like normal switches where it automatically chooses the connections. I could actually use a switch where I need this. I have two computers in a small cabinet, and I want to be able to switch the physical connection between the two computers. So right now I have an iMac with Windows Boot Camp on it, and when I'm using and also Mac, when I'm using that computer, I use Wi-Fi. But I'd like to actually, during uploads, use a physical connection, because, as you all know, physical connections are just still much better than Wi-Fi. On the other computer, I have the actual physical connection. It's a Corsair One computer, mini gaming PC, and the line is coming in from another room, which is physically connected to my switch, which is also connected to my Orbi router. So I don't want to connect a switch to use up power, especially when both computers are off, and have just the switch on and not being used at all. And I don't use the computers at the same time, because as you'll see in my setup, and I've done a video on it, the iMac, when I'm using the Corsair One, the iMac turns from computer to display. So the iMac is the display of the Corsair One. When I don't want to use the Corsair One computer, I switch back to the iMac, turn off the Corsair One, and use the iMac as a computer. So I use the actual iMac as both a display and a computer. So I'm only gonna use one computer at a time. So I thought to myself, to save, whatever it's gonna cost, maybe 25 cents a month or something to run a switch, I'll just end up buying this device, which will allow me to quickly switch between the two. And I don't have to have anything plugged in and on. It's supposed to do gig internet. I have 300 up and down. So I also have an ISP that does give gig internet up and down files. But right now I'm satisfied with 300. Maybe in the future I'll upgrade. And if I do upgrade, it'll be fine. This will still support the gig for the ISP. Plus, within the network, to my NAS, where I keep my pictures, I can actually connect to it at 1 gig speed. So I have pictures of this at the end. I guess these are the different devices that they have. And I'll actually have pictures of this at the end also. And it's mountable. I'm gonna mount it probably with Velcro. I'm probably not gonna use this. I'll just put a piece of Velcro on each side and stick it on the wall, and it should be fine. And this is the 1 and 2 button. Give you a detailed look. This is where the internet comes in from, or the landline, or the LAN Ethernet. Cat 6 cable will come in. It's plasticky. There was a cheaper one, a $7 version, but in the actual pictures, it really looked cheap. And I just couldn't find myself. I'd rather have purchased this one over that one, because I don't like doing returns. And I didn't want to have to return it if it didn't work well. Just gonna weigh it if you're curious. I'm gonna put Velcro. I'm curious to see on the weight to make sure that it will support. Yeah, Velcro will hold that up with no issues whatsoever. And let me measure it so you get an idea if you're putting this in a specific location. Again, 1 and 2. So the Corsair one will be 1 and the iMac will be 2. And I'm going to stick it on the wall, sort of like this, to have the cables come out this way, and just click on them as I need them. And this will be, I guess that's the model number. This is how I'm going to use it. Let me see. Red will be number 1, which will be the Corsair 1 computer. And the gray one will be the iMac. I'm sorry, the 2. The gray one on port 2 will be the iMac. I also used to use something like this. It was different. It's just an on and off switch. When the kids were small, I used to have their own, I set up their own Wi-Fi access point, and their devices only connected to that Wi-Fi. And whenever it was bedtime or homework, I used to just press the button and shut off the internet for them. So you can use it like that when you're not using it the way I'm using it. You can kind of, like, if you want to set up your own access point, and you can set up the internet on this one, put this on the access point, and this one is port 1 if you want to shut off the access point to the kids or to anybody, even to a guest network or something. You don't want them to have access to your LAN network or the ISP. Press 2 and it's off. Pretty simple concept. So my biggest thing is, will it keep up with the speed? So let me show you my setup. This is the switch. This is my setup here. Again, I have my iMac as the display for this Corsair 1 computer. The pair is a play on the Apple, which comes from iCarly, which my daughter and I watch, or have watched in the past. She's not too much of an iCarly fan anymore, but she was. So, setup. This is my iMac, which I boot to Windows with Boot Camp. This is like a 2014 or something, I believe, iMac, or earlier, 2012 maybe, I'm not sure. And the Corsair 1 is the display through the display port. I've done a video on how to do that. So that's my setup. So as you can see, the network is currently connected. I'm going to disconnect it. This is the network cable coming in from the other room. Here. And out. And then I'm going to connect number 1, which is the red one, so the Corsair 1. Right now I'm going to leave it loose. I was going to put Velcro underneath and hang it on the wall, but for now, just to make sure that it works, I don't want to waste a piece of Velcro. Just going to keep it underneath my stand right here. So let me just plug these into the proper ports, and I'll come back. Got to switch it to 1. Yep, it took a second, but it finally came up. Okay, now I'm connected. Now let me do a regular speed test to see if I get the 300 up and down. I'm placing it underneath, again, the monitor stand, and I'll just reach in. The number 1 is on the left, number 2 is on the right. What's nice too is that if I actually am doing something on board or off the internet, like rendering a video or something like that, I could actually just disconnect the internet so that the computer's not distracted and it's spending more time on what it's supposed to be doing. So that's also a pretty cool option with that. All right, let's try speed test. My ISP is 300 up and 300 down. And I don't at all. Let me close this. So I can't do my LAN speed test, but I can show you. It should say 1 gig connection, but that's working just fine. And now let's switch to the iMac. In order to check the speed, the actual what the computer reads or what the information the computer's getting from the port. The actual speed software wise, I don't have it to actually change it to test it hardware wise, which is having another computer on your own LAN and testing your LAN. I don't have that software, so I'm just gonna go by what the computer's telling me the actual speed is, and you do that by just double clicking the Ethernet port. You see right there, 1.0 gigs. So now let's test the actual iMac. I am currently on the iMac. This is Windows on the actual iMac itself. Let me get some better light here. See, it's an iMac, old one, with Windows Boot Camp. Let's turn it on. Check the speed. It's 1 gig. Okay. Now let's test the actual speedtest.net for the internet, which should be 300 up and down. All good. All right, let's come back and I'm going to try it out for a week and let you know if there's any issues whatsoever. And it being under the monitor stand, it's not a big deal. Easily access both buttons. You can see both buttons there. And again, if you're doing something locally on the actual computer itself, you could just turn off the internet and dedicate everything to the actual computer instead of it doing anything in the background. So let me come back in a week and I'll let you know yay or nay on this item. My own opinion. Again, regular guy. I don't even know if I said that. I'm a regular guy, does YouTube videos, try things out. As a normal, regular person, I don't know everything. I don't know many things. I just try things out and sort of like give you a basic consumer's view on the item. Okay, see you in a week. It's been 7 days exactly, 7 days, 1 week. I've been using this switch. I've been using the switch every single day. You know, I'd say sometimes I turn the iMac with the Windows Boot Camp on, and sometimes I turn on the main computer, the Corsair one. And I've switched them numerous times. I just got to remember that I have this on here as I turn on the computer and I'm wondering what's going on with the internet, and I have to remember, oh wait, I have the switch. I have to disengage one side to engage the other, and it works just fine. No issues whatsoever, no internet issues, no speed issues, no problems whatsoever. It's working very well. I'm very happy with it, and I hope to get a very long time use out of it. So if you're interested in, you know, if you have a similar situation like me, this is a very simple fix, not too much. I believe I paid around, if I remember correctly, $15, and it did the trick. I'm very happy with it. No issues whatsoever, and you know, I hope this video helps in getting a good look at the item and some detailed, a detailed look at the item and my own opinion or review as a regular user who just had this situation and purchased this item to try it out. And from a regular guy, it's working well, no issues whatsoever. I'm very happy with it, and I'm going to definitely keep it. Okay, I hope you liked the video. I hope it helps. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Two-port RJ45 Gigabit Ethernet RJ45 network switch splitter selector box 100M 1000 meters. Connector type RJ45. Brand MirrorView NetMate. Switch type rotary switch. Circuit type two-way. Mounting type wall mount. Actuator type rotary. Unit count 1 count. About this item. 100% brand new high quality rotary switch, no power required, no additional software needed, easy to use and install, hot swappable, no need to reboot computer, 2 manual switch buttons. RJ45 8P8C network telephone 2-way AB sharing switch box. This 8P8C sharing switch box will switch between 2 RJ45 network phone devices. Can be used with network devices or 8-wire home applications. Use as 1 in 2 out or 2 in 1 out. Cable not included, 2-to-1 RJ45 Ethernet switch. Product specifications. Connector type RJ45. EN 5,203,629,908,008. Model number 202S. Mounting type wall mount. Number of ports 2. Part number 4,335,289,799. Size 1 pack. Specification met. Switch type rotary switch. UNSPSC code 43,211,600. Brand name Mirrorview Netmate. UNSPSC code 43,222,612. Product information. Technical details. Package dimensions 7x 4.2x 1.5 inches, 4.8 ounces. Item weight 4.8 ounces. Manufacturer Mirrorview Netmate. Austin B077 NIF15H. Item model number 202S. Is discontinued by manufacturer? No. Date first available July 25, 2017. Feedback. Would you like to tell us about a lower price? Product description. 100% brand new. High quality rotary switch. No power required. No additional software needed. Easy to use and install. Hot swappable, no need to reboot computer. 1 GB per second, Cat6, support. Can be mounted on a wall. Brand new and high quality. RJ45 8P8C network telephone 2-way AB sharing switch box. This 8P8C sharing switch box will switch between 2 RJ45 network phone devices. Can be used with network devices or 8-wire home applications. Use as 1 in 2 out or 2 in 1 out. 1x manual 2-to-1 RJ45 Ethernet switch. Cable not included. Package included. 1x RJ45 sharing switch.